So I'm here at Clearhill in Northern Ireland today for a lean tour. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to be a lot of fun. So this is the Clearhill workshop where they fix all the machines and give them service. And I was here years ago and this was like a bad garage. And now look at it. It's properly world class. So this is Wayne. Wayne and I absolutely loved your Kanban system. I love your whole workspace here.
Yes.
It's really beautifully organized.
I would have OCD when it comes to tools, and I like to make sure my own tools are my own tools. So I would be quite fussy when it comes to the wall. Even down to, I have labeled the drill bits so that I know where they go.
And everything's, you're yellow, is that your color code?
I went yellow. Even the holders went yellow. Warrior is grey, and so you got grey holders as well.
Really love it, mate. Will you explain your 2-bin Kanban system to me?
So this system here is a 2-bin system, as in 2 bins. So I will pick from my top bin just to make it look like I've tipped them off. That's it now empty. So all I will literally do is lift that over, pull, and replace. I have no hassle whatsoever. And I have got a full supply for today.
And then where's that going?
This here. That simply allows the stores team to come along this afternoon at lunchtime, and he will just lift all in.
Brilliant. We'll put it back now. But here, cheers. There's another part of your system I want you to show me.
And then what he does is I will get everything in this wee hub. Because he's here, we would have lots of space. If he tried to organise it all, then too much hassle. So we won't just leave it, and then we can do a show.
Oh, so that's like all the things you need.
Kanban system, and then we can sort it ourselves. Probably would be better if they sorted it, we wouldn't have to do it. Just space for 3 or 4 people to be in here.
Never seen that before either.
This was just a wee idea we come up with. Each of us have our own coloured tape around the tub, and then we know whose parts are what.
Brilliant. I loved your drawer system here for small parts. I've never seen anything like this either, Wayne.
Yes, well, so the top one was started originally with this BAM 3D printed these. We just came up with the idea using our toolbox. And how could we have 2 bins and cover it up?
Right.
So this was simply just make these wee drawers. And Ben made these wee lids that one side bigger than the other. So
that's class. So that's where you're pulling your stock from there.
Pull it there, and to stop me from reusing, then I just simply pick it up, turn it down, cover it over, and I'm
got the can. And that's going over there.
Goes over there. Start to use them.
That is
Once
beautiful.
I get it back filled up, that goes back there, and that gets turned around so that I don't use that until I need.
That is literally the nicest small part system I've ever seen.
Well, we'll go smaller again.
Go on. Go for it.
We can pull out a 2-bin system for very small parts, which is more or less just the same thing.
That is class.
As they're smaller, we don't use them as often. But I can actually take the bin out. So that bin is just...
And you've 3D printed them yourselves too?
These ourselves.
So everything's done in-house, you haven't bought a thing?
Nothing just bought. To build this, other than the red bins for that system, but this system is built solely by ourselves.
And you're using the standard bin labels out of GembaDocs as well, which makes me very happy.
It's a perfect system, to be fair. I can't fault GembaDocs, plain and simply because it works. When I started here, GembaDocs was our SOP system as well, so and it was very useful and handy. I still do go to it. You'll notice that it is a shortcut on my screen. There's GembaDocs there, so it's still a shortcut. I do go to it quite regularly.
For your physical process, it's so easy to document a physical process. Like you guys are using something different for the computer. I get that, but for physical stuff, there's nothing better.
In there and still have our SOP.
When that's passed.
Our Kanban too.
Buddy, thanks a million for that.
No
Absolutely
brilliant.
brilliant. I really appreciate it.
No, it's
totally.
a pleasure to meet you.
All right, man. And you see, when I was here a couple of years ago, this is unbelievable. It's real.
When we were next door, get now what we have here, would I want to leave? No, because I worked in a very small, tight, closed space that they run about everywhere. And I had literally everything I need.
So the guys have done loads of improvements since I was here last. Just the overall organisation. They've brought in their own paint plant now. So before, these rides had to go out if there was any damage, huge waste, huge lead times. Then they've brought everything in-house now. So they've got these 2 very capable gentlemen here who are very, very highly skilled spray guys. And so it's not manufacturing, strictly speaking, but they've got their own processes. So this is what Clearhill are doing. these kind of kiddie rides, photo booths, vending machines that are all going generally in big retail spaces. So it's a very field service orientated business, and how they've done lean with their field service team is really impressive. You're going to see that in the video. So we're going to go upstairs. So look at all the Kanbans, all done in GembaDocs, which makes me very, very happy. This is a really complex business. They've got thousands of machines out in the field, and there's a legacy of spare parts to keep them going. So they're using GembaDocs on their Kanban system to manage that. So a very simple application. They're using the Kanban card as a label as well. Take that off, and it goes to the purchasing team to order. But yeah, I've rarely seen this many GembaDocs Kanbans. The guys have well over 1,000. So now we're going to go into the proper formal lean tour. We were invited into the Clearhill morning meeting. Great energy in there, and the guys are doing stretches as part of their morning meeting routine. And it really gets people into the right mindset for improvement. This is Claire Brown. She's the head of talent and culture at Clearhill, and she was explaining the agenda of what we were going to cover during the formal lean tour. This is John McAreevy. He's one of the directors at Clearhill. He was explaining the improvement process and how they share and get engagement for their improvements on a Microsoft tool, and really high level stuff how they're doing this. This is Stephen Porter. He's the field service manager. Really key role within Clearhill. He was explaining how over the years they've used lean to build hundreds if not thousands of little improvements to develop now what is a really heavyweight system to optimize the visits of their engineers to make sure they're adding value every time they visit a machine. It was really impressive. And everywhere you look at Clearhill, you see these little signs of lean. So from that wooden Wi-Fi QR code to how they lay the mouse on the table. This is just as we were waiting for the tour to kick off. And for a non-manufacturing company, it was really interesting to see how they've adopted 3D printing. So they've built a 3D printer and design skill set within their team, and they're using these little 3D printed devices all over their facility. This is Wayne's area again, but everywhere you looked around here, it was just like that. It happened to be where I was pointing the camera. And again, this is Stephen, and he's explaining the visual management of this service shop. So this is where all the machines need to get serviced before they go back out to the field. There's really clear visual management in an asynchronous way, so everybody in the organization knows what's happening all the time, what the priorities are. Really, really impressive. All in real time. So that's the tour over. I hope you really enjoyed it. An amazing organization, very interesting take on lean. If you're ever in Northern Ireland and you want to do a lean tour, check these guys out. Couldn't recommend it enough. Thanks for watching.